I decided I wanted to build a new computer from the ground up. I hopped on to Newegg.com, a website I've never used before, and I spent nearly $2,000 to compile this incredible machine. Keep in mind, Newegg didn't have everything I needed, such as the GPU, so this final total right here is not what I actually spent. I spent more than this. After ordering everything, it was time to play the waiting game, and boy did I wait a long time. Most things got here in 1 to 2 days. For the motherboard, I got the Z590 AORUS Elite AX gaming motherboard by Gigabyte. I also got a WD 1TB NVMe and Vengeance RAM, 16GB. The Z590 has a ton of USB ports. It also has 3 NVMe slots, which is going to be great for my build. It's even got a USB-C slot if you're into that kind of thing. With the Z590 having so many USB ports, I will be able to plug in everything and even have extra space for more things if I need more peripherals in the future. So if you're a person that uses a lot of USB slots, this is the motherboard for you. And it even is compatible with Intel i9 processors. I'm somewhat familiar with NVMEs. I'm told that they're faster than SSDs, but I've only had one machine that's ever had one. That's the Mac Pro 2013, and that one opens and boots really fast, opens programs really fast, edits really fast, plays games really fast. I'm really curious to see how an NVMe works on Windows versus Mac. For those of you who have never seen an NVMe, this is what they look like, this is what they are. They are very tiny. They're almost the size of your pinky finger. They're so tiny, but they are very fast. Putting the RAM into the motherboard is a lot easier than putting the NVMe into the motherboard, that's for certain. A guy messaged me on Facebook Marketplace asking to trade one of my microphones for 2 of his NVMe drives that were brand new in the box, so I'm going to make the extraction now. I'm currently going to trade my Stella microphone for 2 NVMEs for my motherboard. And here are the 2 NVMEs that I traded the Stella microphone for. The package with my computer chassis finally came in, so I can start putting the motherboard and other things onto it, and then prepping for the GPU and the CPU to come. This chassis has the power button and the LED buttons on the very top, as well as 2 USB 3.0s, a microphone output and a headphone output, and also a USB 2.0 port as well, which is going to be great for my video editing and for my gaming. The CPU box came in 2 days later, and I can't be more excited to put it in. It's an Intel i9 10900K, 3.7 GHz, 20 MB cache, LGA 1200 socket CPU. It has 10 cores, and oh my god, is this thing going to be super powerful. There is a GPU shortage going on. There's usually one every 2 to 3 years, and I found the MSI Gaming GeForce GTX 1660 128-bit HDMI DP 6GB GDDR5 graphics card on Amazon for this price, and I don't really care. It's going to be the best graphics card I've ever had. I had a 1050 Ti years ago. Now I'm going even more. I want to go higher than 4GB, and this is going to give me the power that I need for After Effects and gaming and video editing. We're headed to Best Buy now during the storm in Indiana to get
a CPU stock cooler, a heat sink, some thermal paste, and an additional fan for this already 6-fan computer. And this is the last part. This is the final countdown, not like that terrible song by that stupid ass band, before we finally start wiring in the computer and seeing if it works. It is dark and there is a little glare from the reflector on the ceiling of the car, but we were able to get the Hyper 212 Black Edition with silicone fan and the EVGA 600 watt power supply, and we also were looking for thermal paste, which the people at Best Buy said they're out. Walmart said they haven't had any in months. Best Buy said it's been 90 days at least, and I went to Office Depot and they also said that they haven't had any thermal paste in 6 months because of the shortage. But I feel so dumb because it turns out the Hyper 212 Black Edition actually comes with a little bit. No, it's not the best. People online have said that on Amazon, that it's not the best. But hey, I need to be able to test my stuff, and if you're building a computer too, you need to be able to test your stuff as well before the return periods, and which is usually 14 to 30 days. Mine are 14 days on some of my Newegg, and then 24 days on some of the other stuff I bought from Newegg and Amazon as well.
The cooler cost $42.47 after taxes. The price was a little steep, but this is the only one that Best Buy had in stock, and knowing that it actually comes with thermal paste made me feel a lot better about paying that much. I spent the next 18 hours building the computer, only because this was my first time building a computer from complete scratch, and I really had to look up a whole bunch of tutorials and read the manuals over and over again for all the parts that I bought. So please judge me as harshly as possible in the comments. Tell me what a moron I am and how I will never amount to anything. I finally finished the computer build. I took a nap and then I got up, moved into the computer room, and began to test it out.
So after 18 hours, I finally found out the reason why it was sticking on the splash screen was because it's only Windows 10 compatible. Yeah. So my Windows 8 ISO, Windows 8.1 ISO, and Windows 7 ISO did not work. Let's see if I can get it to install to one of the NVMe drives, though, that I traded that guy for if you watched earlier in the video. Okay. I've never installed a OS to a NVMe drive other than my Mac Pro 2013, which would be an older NVMe from 8 years ago. I don't have a key, but I will add one later as soon as I buy one. That's something great that I like about Windows 10 is that you can just type I don't have a key. Windows 8, certain versions of it locked you in. You had to have a key in order to get further in the installation. Some of them. Not every version of Windows 8 or 8.1. I'm just going to go for Pro because I want the max compatibility. And of course, you know, Bill Gates, nobody's going to read any of this stuff. So just hit accept. He's going to take your credit card. He's going to take your email. I'm shocked that one of the NVMEs that I traded the guy for actually works. And it looks like it's installing pretty fast. It's at 2% right now. And I just go 4% skipping. Oh, wow. Look at it. Look at those numbers. It's going wild really quick with the NVMe. So that really makes me feel a lot better. With an HDD hard disk drive, normally it would probably still be at 3%, but this is installing pretty fast. And while we wait, I will show you, this is the kind of like party mode on the LEDs. Watch this. This is the neon club mode, I believe it's called. The club mode, like you'll see at a club. Does a little heartbeat around. And then here's another one, but faster. It's kind of like a continuous club mode where it doesn't stop. It just goes right into the next color. And then this is the starlight mode where it's all white. It's like shooting stars, and then it turns off. And it turns right back on. Then you have the reverse club pulse. And then kind of like a searchlight mode. It's going in a circle, searching. And there are some other modes, but if I went through all of them, it'd probably be a really long video, and Windows is about ready to install the updates, and now it's finishing up. That is really quick. Only 3 minutes. Well, actually, if we cut out my intro, 2 minutes to install Windows 10 Pro. Now let's see if it gets stuck on the splash screen. You'll be able to see this case a lot clearer for a few seconds. This is the screen it was getting stuck on, was right here. Let's see if it still happens. I hope not. It's getting a lot farther than it was. Oh, I love NVMEs. And people were crap talking this one. The two that the guy gave me, they were saying they're awful. It installed Windows 10 in around 2 minutes. I don't care if it's only 100 megabytes faster than a hard drive. It's still faster. And it's worked. Right now, it took about, I want to say, it took 4 minutes on a hard drive, which I've installed Windows 10 to before. It took around 21 minutes, I think, on the 7200s I've used, both 3.5 millimeter and 3.5 inches and 2.5 inches. This is me testing out settings for the Citra DS emulator using Dragon Quest Monsters Terry's Wonderland, the 3DS remake of Dragon Quest Monsters, or Dragon Warrior Monsters for the Game Boy Color. This is me also testing out the different resolutions. If you notice, take a look at the moon each time I change the resolution settings, and you'll see that the quality goes from being bad to better to Super HD. If you have not played this game, I highly recommend finding a copy of it with the English patch and playing it for yourself. You will have a great time. And if you have spare time, check out my video series I did where I reviewed every single Dragon Quest Monsters game.
This is me playing Grand Theft Auto 4 for the PC on the highest settings.
About to experience pain on a whole level.
I enjoy many things, but death is what inspires.
Just you wait. Alright, round one. Beginning ring countdown.
It is fortuitous I'm already inside the ring.
Attention. First blood. Love it.
enclosure. Fortunately, I don't have far to go. Ring is within close proximity. 45 seconds left. I'm set and waiting. "30 seconds until the ring closes. Gas cloud. Getting shot.
What were you doing? Traipsing around with your kill over your noggin?
This is a test of the antennas. Normally I get around 4.5 to 5 megabytes per second. And with the antennas, I do get full Wi-Fi. Well, except for one bar right now, but earlier I was getting full Wi-Fi. And it also lowers my speed by about 3 megabytes per second. So keep that in mind if you're going to use the antenna.
We've got portals! Not good!
Those aren't portals. Reality is breaking down.
So, we should close them?
What do you think?
Yep, gotcha, we're on it. Got it.
Instability will only get worse from here. Watch out for reality waves.
Copy. We'll keep watch. Reality waves can change anything. I'm a butterfly.
That was a big one. Everything all right down there?
I'm a butterfly now, so no! I guess you're up. I'm gonna need you to be my eyes and ears, and arms, and legs. You're gonna have to close those portals. Can you handle it? Haha, of course you can. Let's go. Start at the top and work your way down. Just like a zipper. There is no way this is good. But it is beautiful.
Good work. But I'm gonna need more time. Keep going.
Copy that!
But I might be able to contain the blast.
You must be sealing yourself in. You don't have to do this! You're not leaving until this is done. He needs our help. Come on!
Here I'm going to be testing out some trap code particular effects to see how this computer stacks up to my old one and other ones that I've used in the past.